and welcome to a huge book haul. It's huge because yeah, see this? See that? See that shelf like with my head in it? That's the book. First off, I'm going to start with the books that I ended up hauling when Ali, Pascal and I went to that major book sale. Now, I did a separate haul on this as well that I'll leave the link down below to. I want to talk about those books in today's haul as well because, you know, advertising books and bringing them out again. So these books are second-hand books and I went a bit nutty. If you've seen in my vlog, basically what ended up happening is the library was getting rid of their old books. Hardcover books were $1, paperback books were 50 cents. Yeah. I ended up getting like about like 30 something, I don't know, books, and it ended up costing me like $13, $14. It was fabulous. I'm just going to really quickly zoom through these books because there is a separate video on it. So the first one I got was The Fame Game by Lauren Conrad. Harrison Love by Christina Baruch. It was actually really funny because when I purchased that book they were giving me weird looks. I ended up also getting this book, and look at this fabulous quality. I've actually stripped these books of their covers as well because they're like really smooth now, and they had these dust covers on them. Anyway, Full Moon Kisses, Sunrise West by Jacob C. Rosenberg, The Story of Life by Annie Casti, The Servants by M.M. Smith, Hush, I See You Everywhere, Faithful, Tallow, and also The Iron Daughter, Evermore, The Secret Circle, You Know Where to Find Me, Skullduggery, and The Touch. So I ended up getting those books at that library sale, and the haul for that video is going to be linked down below. And now for books that I hauled this month, all was given by publishing houses. First off, I ended up hauling United as One. Oh my gosh, I've been waiting for this book for years. I love I Am Number 4. I have probably a review, I think up till about The Fate of 10? Oh no, Revenge of 7. I still have to post that review, and I was blonde. I love these books so much. The storyline, the concept, and just, yeah, I love Pittacus Lore, even though that's not his real name. The world building in these books are amazing, and I'd recommend them if you love alien books. The first book is I Am Number 4, and it's also a movie as well. I'd like to thank Penguin at Random House Australia. They sent me this book and I darkened. And look at the cover to this. Isn't it amazing? I love it. It just reminds me of the 100, and there's these symbols, and it looks really ancient. Princess unlike any other you've known before. Ruthlessness is the key to her survival. Her brother Rudy is everything she's not. Beautiful and delicate. At first, Leda takes Mehmed for an enemy. He's, after all, son of the Sultan holding her captive. Their lives balance on a nice edge, and the ties that bind them together will be stretched to breaking point. Thank you so much to Penguin Random House for sending me that book. I hope to review on it soon. I also ended up getting this book by the author, and it is called Wildfire by C.L. And look how amazing it looks, and they sand it on the inside. In the void between worlds, something is shifting. The balance between the elements is slipping, and the darkness is growing. Girl's nightmare speaks of things yet to come, a battle against beings filled with shadow. A young man watches death approach, cold as a blade it rides. A rose blooms in the pale moonlight, a gentle breeze stirs in the stillness, and yellow eyes watch over the city. Thank you so much for the author for sending this book. I ended up also getting One True Thing, and I do have an author interview for this down below. You can win this book, okay? You can win this book. I do have an international giveaway. Just venture out to enter No Politics in that author interview in the comment section, and you can win this book. Okay, I'll leave that down below. It's about Frankie. She is like this politician's daughter, and there's this scandal that happens with her family, and of course because she's in the limelight after her mum's like running to be the next Premier of Victoria, you know, things end up going down, and it's just about really how the media can twist stories that are not really real. Frankie, and I have an interview with this author. Make sure to check it out on my channel, it's coming very soon. Frankie is by Siobhan Plaza. Frankie was ditched at a young age by her mum, so she's been growing up with her auntie. Frankie is a bit of a tough ass as well. She has this really killer personality that I just love about her. She's really rough, you know, she's been kicked out of school, she punched a guy, like she's just all that. One day she finds out she has this half brother, and then it's all about finding her half brother, and yeah, that leads to the story that I'm not going to go into detail to, but it is fantastic, and yet again set in Melbourne. I'd like to thank Pan and Macmillan. They sent me this book, When Michael Met Mina. I talked more about this in my July wrap up as well, so make sure to go watch that, and I went into detail about it more for the blog tour that I was part of, so thank you so much for sending this book to me. The next book I got was Dance Demons, and this is by Juliet M. Sampson. Look at this cover. It's like a giant rose. Basically, Stephanie's boyfriend is tragically killed in this accident, and she takes up dancing as a hobby to kind of get over it. There's this instructor called Anton, and he has this like history behind him, and you don't kind of know what's happening, and then there's mystery and magic involved, and it was just brilliant. And yet again, set in Melbourne. I have all these books set in Melbourne, like Melbourne authors. Getting up there. I ended up interviewing BOOKSS101 as well. He's the author of this book called Psychics. Ryan, Harley and Miles have a best friend, and when that best friend dies, what ends up happening? I'll leave the interview that I did for it down below. Make sure to go check it out. He explains the book 10 times better than me, and you'll get so much more info on it. The Crown, I'm so glad, and it only cost me 13 bucks, and I got it for free because I have points on my DMX card, so hands down win. I love this whole world, even though America's Singer in the selection did annoy me. Her daughter's 10 times better, and so much more kick ass. By Bloomsbury, I got this book, thank you so much, and that is Whisper to Me. Now, this book, considered the most screwed up love letter ever. Here are some things I need to say. 1, I hear voices. 2, I miss you. 3, I wish I could take back what I did to you. And 4, forgive me. I should have left Oakwood. Today I made the terrible discovery on the beach. Today the voice in my head first said those awful things to me before everything spun out of control. But then I wouldn't have met you. Looks good, hey? Yeah. I ended up pulling Glass Sword, the second one in Red Queen. Now, I didn't really like Red Queen, to be very honest. I didn't even talk about it much. But I ended up getting this book because it was the same size as my Red Queen, and I want to read Red Queen again to see if I can get into the Red Queen world, and also because it was cheap as well because I got it from BW. I really like to thank Alan and Unwin for the next book, and that is Dragonfly Song. And look at this cover, it's really fabulous. Firstborn daughter is cast out as a baby after raiders kill her adopted family. She's abandoned at the gates of Great Hall, anonymous and mute, called no name, the cursed child she's raised a slave, and not until she is 12 does she learn her name is Aisha, the dragonfly. Now every year the Bull King takes a tribute from the island, 2 13-year-old children to brave the bloody bull dances in his royal court. None have ever returned, but for Aisha it's the only escape. She's resilient, resourceful and fast, but despite the bullying, she has to learn the mystery of her true nature. That's just bloody brilliant. So the first ebook I got was The Urban Boys, and this is by K.N. Smith. This is an action-adventure story that tells the story of 5 boys, and they're exposed to this energy, and then they get like superhero abilities. So I'll read the blurb to you. Overview. The story's small town of Danville Heights, a carefully crafted universe, contrasts with the dark gloomy town of Sandy Lake, where evil abounds. Upon the boys' mysterious incident with the energy source, they instantly call to Sandy Lake to root out evil. Their senses guide them each time, however, secrecy about their mission, furious battles with evil thugs, extreme fatigue and stress and pressure soon overwhelm the boys. But they must find a way to embrace their fate. A lurking dark stranger seems to know their plight, and the strikingly beautiful fearless girl lends way to heightened confusion. So I'm very excited to read this book, and it will be in a fast forward book review. Probably the next one I do, and then I can talk definitely more about it. The next book that I have here is Scout's Honor. Now, I got this book by Dory and so thank you so much for sending it to me. I'll read the blurb for this book as well. Janet Webb is a 14-year-old kind, spirited small-town southern girl and tomboy, much like her namesake. The young narrator from her mother's favourite book, with both her name and her Christian faith deeply woven into the fabric of her identity. Scout always felt like she had a lot to live up to. She was the kind of girl who made her parents proud. It's August 1983 and Scout is playing on a summer baseball team with Charlie, her best friend since kindergarten. More than anything, she's looking forward to her last few weeks at this camp, a Christian camp, and she can't wait to see her big crush and the 32-year-old camp lifeguard who has watched her grow up since she was 7 years old. But after a fateful few days and one catastrophic adventure in her last day at camp, Scout will be changed forever. I love how it's called Scout's Honor for Scout. So those 2 books will be in a fast forward book review that will be coming to the channel soon. And once I read them, and then I can go into detail. Yes. From the blurbs, they sound awesome. Thank you so much to everyone that has given me books this month and myself for buying books this month. I highly appreciate it. Make sure to keep a lookout on the channel for reviews and anything to do with these books that will be coming shortly. I'm Miranda. Thank you so much for tuning into my big book haul. See you.